Alright, what is going on, guys? I figured I'd do a video here on my Oldsmobile brochure that I have. It's a 1993 brochure here. One of my subscribers keeps asking me to do, a video on it, so I figured I would. I had to find it. I found it, though. Actually, wasn't where I thought it was, but ended up coming across anyway, so whatever. The funny thing is, I actually only have a brochure for a 1993 Oldsmobile. I don't have one for the year that I have, a 92, or even anything for the Ford or nothing. So it's kind of funny that the year that he wants with the Oldsmobile, I actually do happen to have. But I figured we'd go through it, check it out. Right here shows you all different models that they had for 1993. I'm going to try to go through this quick because I originally filmed this and for whatever reason the video won't upload. And I'm kind of annoyed. So now I'm kind of just going through it kind of quick here. But here it shows all the I guess engineering that goes behind the cars and everything. Shows all the different motors. I'll kind of skim through. If you guys want to, pause the video and look, you guys can read that. But it shows, the little Oldsmobile logo there. That's the like the old plain design they used to have. So they changed it to like the circle-looking one. There's a bunch of guys standing around. He's got like the plans in his hand, like he's going to be designing the next car. But here you go. Here's all the info here. More about the engineering. Same here. So some different features that the cars have and how luxurious they can be. Typical stuff that every car manufacturer says they have. There's a kid here, which I'm sure is probably driving a Honda now. Well built and safe. I have to agree with this. The one that I had previously, the blue one, which used to be my daily driver, actually went through a pole, believe it or not. It legit went through a pole, and it still drove afterwards, and it was my daily driver for a while. I didn't put it through the pole. It was not me. It was from the previous owner. So, family member, long story, but it had gone through a pole, and it held up pretty well, surprisingly. Then you got the Oldsmobile Edge here. Shows you, the benefits of owning an Oldsmobile, compared to any other brand, what they offer. But here you go, you got yourself the 98 here, which is like the top of the line Oldsmobile you could get. You could in fact get a supercharger on the 3800, which is a great motor. That's what they use in the Grand National. I believe this is a different series 3800, but still the 3800 nonetheless, which is a good motor. But with a 3.8 liter, you can get a supercharger on it, 205 horsepower. And that's pretty much a shot right there, like a Crown Vic, pretty much, because it's saying, you get plenty of power out of a V6, more than you would, not as more, but same power as you get out of V8, so you're getting better fuel economy. So, that's pretty much like a shot right there at Ford, and honestly, even the Caprice, that's even a shot right at the Caprice, even, because the Caprice had a LS V8. And here you go, the Olds 98 Regency Elite, got some air ride there. Because you can adjust the, the comfort of the shocks, which is pretty impressive for 93, Digital dash. I don't know if this Oldsmobile Sierra had a digital dash. I'm not sure. I don't believe it does because I haven't seen it in here. And I've never seen one with a digital dash. But here you go. Here's a little bit more of the basic one. Showing the airbags, how sophisticated it is with airbags and everything else. Here's the four-wheel disc brakes and yada, yada, yada. These are different options you can get. These are the rims. You got, these styles here. That was standard. These two were optional. I actually like that style rim that's on there now. Looks okay. A lot of different colors. Showing you the cargo room, CD player, which is, my car didn't come with a CD player. I had a cassette. ABS system. I don't have an ABS in mine. Here's all the different options you can get. And then you have the 88, which is like a cheaper 98. It's not as luxurious, but still, a nicer car. They're pretty nice. Same thing. Go through it a little bit. Solo cars on the open road. This also has a 3800. Same things. I'm going to kind of breeze through here a little bit. Now, I don't know if you can get the supercharger on this. I didn't see on the previous one, which is like the nicer one, if you can get a supercharger. I'll look at the options when I go onto the final page. But here you go, the red interior. I love the red interior. I really wish they'd bring that back in cars. Showing right here, special resonator pellet with an ignition key helps prevent the 88 from being started by other means. This pass key system is standard on every 88. So I kind of have like an early day anti-theft system, which is, you know, I guess pretty cool for 93. Alright, options. Let's see if you could get the supercharger. LSS package. I don't know. Doesn't mention anything about the supercharger on there. Doesn't mention anything on here. Engine 3800. No, doesn't mention anything on there. Alright, well, I'm not sure if you can get the supercharger on the 88. These, I always like these cars. I thought they were pretty nice. The Cutlass Supremes. I think they have a nice, like, sleek look to them. I always thought they were a good-looking car. Yeah, the International Series, which is, like, the top-of-the-line Cutlass Supreme. I actually rode in one of these, a convertible one, when I was a kid. And it was red with, like, a white top. And it was actually a pretty nice car, I have to admit. It was, pretty comfortable, you know. I don't remember how fast it was or anything, but it was pretty nice. I remember I actually liked the car. But twin cam V6 multi-tech injection. Oh, there's a thing here to help the headlights stay in adjustment. That's pretty cool. This is the SL. That's kind of more of the mid-range one. Then you have the S, which is like the cheapest. The International Series, which was the first one. Actually, that's the International right there. But this here is like the top of the line. That was like top of the line Cutlass Supreme you could get. Pretty nice car. I like the black coupe right there. It looks pretty slick. Once again, you got the red cloth interior. Different style rims on these. Two-sided galvanized steel and are warranted against rust through from corrosion for 6 years or 100,000 miles. You're guaranteed to not get rust, so that's pretty good. And here you go, guys. Here's the convertible. I actually like that photo, but yeah, I rode in one of these. It was red with a white top. I think they had a white interior too, but it was a nice car. It was pretty nice. Here you go. Here's the different rims. Personally, I like the regular, the International Series style rims. Those look nice. The other ones are kind of, but yeah, I always thought that these Cutlass Supremes are a pretty nice looking car. Definitely not ugly. You know, I'm sure some people think they're ugly, but I think for that time period, these are definitely a nicer looking car than some of the others. Now the Achievas, I never really liked the Achievas that much. I mean, there's a page in here which shows like a race car one. I guess it's kind of cool, but I don't know. I never really cared for the Achievas that much. I thought they were kind of ugly, to be honest with you. Like that right there, I don't know. I just think that looks kind of ugly. But yeah, the SC, I guess that was the top of the line one. Oh no, the SL is the top of the line. Then you have the SC, which is the mid-range, I believe. I like the dash layout. It's actually not a bad layout for the instrument cluster. Here you go. Here's a race car one, which is kind of cool. Showing some of the stuff that it won here. 92 IMSA Firehawk Endurance Series. The Castro Chivia SCX was victorious in 24 hours of Watkins Glen defeating the Taurus SHO, Toyota MRT Turbo, and Stealth RT, which are pretty quick cars. So it's actually pretty impressive that the, Chivy here was able to beat them. And there's another one. Same thing, showing that they beat the MR2 and stuff. It's powered by a 185 horsepower W41 Quad 4. So it's a little 4-cylinder ripping this thing up. But, it's a cool little car, I guess. Who knows where that thing is now. It's probably gone, but... Then you have the S, which is just the cheapest basic one. And like I said, I don't know. I personally think they're kind of ugly. I never really liked the Chivys that much. The race car one's kind of cool, but that's really about it. Here's the different options you can get. The different rims you can get and stuff like that. What kind of motor? Those are all the motors there. Quad 4, 3300. So, here you go, guys. Check that puppy out right there. There's my Oldsmobile. There's a Sierra. This is when my car used to be in mint condition. Here you go, you get the red leather. You can get these cars pretty decked out. You can get leather. You know, I didn't do the lines here. That was when the book was given to me. But yeah, you can get leather. You can get sunroof. You can get a lot of options in these. These are pretty. You can get them pretty loaded up. Mine doesn't have an airbag. This has an airbag. I believe that came standard in 95. They all had airbags, so that was an option to get an airbag in the 93, 92, you know, earlier ones. But here you go. There's a model that I have, the S. Which is like the mid-range. Not the cheapest, but it's also not the most expensive either. Here it is. You know, they're on the track, they're ripping it up. That's how I used to drive when I got it as a teenager. That was me taking it off-road when I got it. I used to beat on this car a little bit when I first got it, the Oldsmobile, but I take a little bit better care of it now. But, you know, there they are in Alaska. They're hunting for polar bears, whatever they're doing. Then you got the DC sniper here trying to shoot someone. Then you got the wagon. I like the wagons. They're pretty cool. I would definitely rock one. I'm a big fan of wagons, like the old Vista Cruisers and stuff. You know, the old Country Squires and, you know, whatever else. I'm a big wagon guy. I think wagons are pretty cool. I would definitely rock one of those without a doubt. Especially with the wood grain. I love the wood grain on there. And here you go. Here's all the options you get. The 2.2 liter or the 3300. The 6-cylinder is definitely the way to go. 160 horsepower, 185 foot-pounds of torque. Showing different things. Those rims are standard, like the hubcaps. These two are an option. So, you've got a key fob there. I don't have a key fob. Mine doesn't really have that many options, but, you know, I guess it's like a lower-end S. So, the one thing that I wish I had that I don't have is the, where is it? Power trunk release. I don't have a power trunk release. It's horrible. I don't know why someone would ever buy a car without a power trunk release. That is the dumbest thing, but here's some of the paint jobs. I wish my car was black sapphire. I have never in my life ever seen a black Sierra, at least not in this country. I haven't seen, like, Mexico. They call it the Eurosport over there. I have never seen a black Oldsmobile here. I have the bright white, which is number 16. That's my color, unless they change it, because this is 93. I have a 92. But I'm assuming it's the same color. And here you go. Here's the van, the Silhouette, or whatever the hell it is. You know, that's a whatever. I haven't seen one of those in years. And here you go. Here's the, you know, the dash layout, showing how much cargo room it has, how light the seats are. You know, this is before all the kids were in the back throwing food around and taking dumps and going to Chuck E. Cheese's and whatever else, throwing up in the ball pit. But, I mean, this is it. Driftwood metallic. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of them turn on the driftwood now. So what is that? Oh, it comes with a hose, so in case you want to strangle yourself. And here you go. Here's the Bravada. I always like the Bravadas. The problem with those is you can't get them in four-wheel drive. They're always all-wheel drive, which I don't like. You know, a Cherokee, I think, or, you know, Ford Explorer, whatever, is much nicer than a Bravada, in my opinion. They're definitely more luxurious, but I don't know, just the fact that it doesn't have four-wheel drive is kind of like big put-off for me. But there you go, there's the interior. Nothing real special. There it is on the slopes there. There's a motor, 200 horsepower. And I really like that a lot. The black with the gold rims. That looks really slick. I like that a lot. I think that looks good. But here you go, guys. This is it. Then you go to the next page and it's just, you know, the Oldsmobile Edge, what you get with the Edge. I'll scroll down if you guys want to. I'm hoping you guys, if I pause it, you'll be able to see. So I'll scroll down here. You guys can read it. There you go. If you want to pause the video and actually read that garbage, you're more than welcome to. There you go. The power of intelligent engineering, Oldsmobile. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, I had a subscriber that wanted to see a brochure of 93 Oldsmobile, so I figured I would. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm sorry I forget your name, who it was, but there's a video for you, buddy. See you guys later.